Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Before starting my video, if you didn't subscribe my channel yet, please do, and do not forget to turn on notifications as I'm sharing every week great content for you. Alright guys, in this video we're going to do some refactoring. We're going to add some changes. I made a list for this one and I'm going to follow that list. Let's have a look my to-do list. We're going to make a kind of refactor for our folder structure, and we're going to add some abstraction for global exception, which is that because we're using a silly way to catching our exceptions, I just realized. And we're going to add a new event handler for invoice create. Actually, the remote one need to be added, and create is must be updated. And I found an kind of autoseed issue. I'm gonna have a look together if we have still time, or if I couldn't find time, we can leave it for another video. And also I'm thinking to adding a new let's add here. I'm thinking to add new repository methods, but for now I'm still thinking to add those methods because we're going to need those methods when I start unit test videos. Let's keep it aside for now. In this video we're going to aim actually this three this three action, and if we have time we're going to have a look at autoseed. If you couldn't, it's going to be next video. All right, let's have a look our folder and file structure. Before starting video, and I changed my theme to the bright one. I strongly suggest you to use a light theme because it is much more healthy to your eyesight. I started to see a little bit blurry while I was using the black background, I mean dark theme. When I switch it to the white, it feels much more better now. And yeah, if you are following my project from my GitHub account, let me have a look. I'm using development branch for now. Eventually, when I finish my whole project, I'm going to update and leave just one branch, which is going to be the master branch. But for now, I'm playing around the videos. I'm creating new branches and publishing them. If you would like to need the clone of the repository, please um, ask me ask me below the video if if you have more than one branch in the GitHub. All right, okay, I can start now. Start with the, let's have a look. Yeah, domain section to make some folder refactoring. All right, I'm gonna have a look my notes. Give me a second, guys. I need to find my images to study previously. Perfect. So I'm gonna create a couple of folders here to make this section much more readable. Domain events and entity, and I'm going to add the result pattern. All right, now domain event will be move into domain events. Let's change everything. Domain event razor will be moved into domain events as well. So base entity must be in the base entity, I mean entity folder, and I have auto seed must be located here. It's much more related entities, and the result pattern must have a loggable and a result and result, I'm assuming. Yep, and the result. Okay, let's save everything, close everything, and clean solution and rebuild again. All right, we cleaned everything. Let's build it and see. As you can see, we have 75 different changes because it's updating whole entire project namespaces once we change a single class location. Perfect. We got a 5 succeed, 0 failed, and always rebuild and run the project just in case. So I'm gonna select Docker Compose and run the project if it's everything working. Let's have a look quickly. Just waiting. My application to be loaded. Come on, come on, come on. Perfect. All done. We got authorization, customer, invoices, products, and everything. Perfect. I'm closing it now. For now, I'm gonna add a small local branch changes. Folder restructured. Structured. Okay. Let's commit all. Perfect. Let's go to Solution Explorer. Let's have a look at the next one. Global Exception Abstraction. Okay, this is going to be fun because if you have a look our global exception, where it's located, let me find this first. This is the middleware. Yeah, as you can see, we are catching all the exceptions one by one, which is frustrating. Let's have a look. The common things they have, they're returning 400 that request. Just two of them returning 500. So no, this just one of them is returning 500. So I'm going to go to exceptions now. Where's my exceptions? In must be in domain. So I'm going to create another abstraction related to exceptions. Should I create? Actually, I'm creating here now. Let's create a new class. Let's say IBET request. I'm gonna create two of them actually. Come on, my computer became slower. I bet request. All we need to do is we're going to tag our exception with this interface, guys. So it's going to be I bet request, control RG. Let's make it file scope namespace. Switch this to interface public interface I bet request and delete everything. We don't need any of those. So I'm gonna create another one class. Actually, why I don't create? Actually, let's create class. It's okay. Let's give a name. Inter. Actually, what we're returning, if it's internal server error, I bet request internal server is internal server. Okay, let's create add class internal server error response. Was it bad request? No, just bad request. Okay. Internal server error. Perfect. Let's control RG file scope. Let's make it public interface and remove rest of the things. Perfect. We got two different interface now. All we need to do is let's have a look. Admin cannot match. Actually, all of them is let's count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So okay. Only internal server exception must have internal server. Was it error? Why I say error? Internal server is error. Internal. Yeah, I can say internal server error. Yeah, it's okay. Let's implement the interface. Perfect. Now it's tagged with the internal server errors, and let's add IBET request for the rest of them. Let's copy this interface and add for all of them, because all of them is going to be the bad request. Hello, format exception, request validation exception, user already exit exception, All right, let's save everything. Close all tabs. Let's get back to, okay, get back to here. Returning, always same thing, I guess. Let's have a look. Yeah, bad request and validation exception error. Exception. Let's see if it's, I'm not sure. I didn't try because I'm trying with you right now. I bad request. Let's say bad request. So we're going to return this. Okay, we don't have validation exception. No, this is bad request anyway. So bad request don't have any errors. So let's have a look why we don't have request validation exception. Go to implementation, for example. Let's have a look this. We need to implement this error into bad request and call it from here. Yeah, we can add it and override it, I guess. So we have a public error. All right. So we need to add these fields into the bad request and we can override it, I'm assuming. Let's give a try. So I'm gonna add this. Let's go to bad request. If I add this here, okay. All I need to do is just remove it. Okay, yeah. Just leave as it is. If I go back to our exceptions, let's see what's gonna happen. Do we have any problem here? No, because we add this property into the interface. Whenever you add this interface to in exception, it is forcing you at that implement your interface. For example, I'm gonna give you an example here. Let's try to add a new class. Let's say test exception. Okay. So if I let's copy everything what I have here. Let's make it public. Okay, as you can see, it is asking you need to implement the interface. Let's add the interface, and it is asking you a getter and setter, define a getter and setter for this. We didn't receive any error or something because we already defined them. We just defined the signature of that method. That's all we did, guys. Perfect. Now I can delete these test exception. Perfect, it's gone. So if we go back, as you can see, we are able to reach bad request errors. Okay, now we can delete the rest of the exceptions what we have, but just I wondered why we received exception here. The pattern unreachable, they already were handled by previous armor switch, the exception important to match. I guess it's talking about that one. So we can delete all of them now. We don't need them. As you can see, it is much more clean and simple. Let's use the same structure with rest of the codes. So we have I bet request. Okay, I'm gonna change this. I internal server error exception. I internal server error. Internal server exception. Let's say this one. Bet request exceptions. Exception. This is much more nice naming. So we have internal server exception. We need to add these signature into internal server error interface as well. Let's add that one. Let's save it. Implement the namespacing. Perfect. Let's save everything. Close, close. Carry on here. As you can see, if you need to add another type of return with a new type of exception, you only need to create its interface and the exception and match them together. Then all you need to do is call them in your get exception details, guys. Perfect. I'm assuming you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Let's try to test it now. Let's close everything, minimize everything. Let's go and endpoint API controllers. By the way, I don't remember any person we created, so I'm going to close authentication for now. Customer controller. So we are authorizing here. I'm just gonna remove it to not to authenticate. And so we have HTTP get. This is get all custom racing, right? So I'm going to row new. Let's say exceptions and null object exceptions, right? Null object exceptions, which is requires a list of errors. I'm gonna add test errors. Yep, so we created a fake exception to get our customer. Let's run the application and let's see what kind of error we're going to get. And obviously I'm going to put a breakpoint on our global exception. Let's put breakpoint here. Yeah, I'm waiting my application to run. Customer get, okay, try it out, execute it. Oh, it's been catched, as you can see. Let's move with F10. Let's have a look. Exception. This is message. What is it saying us? Exception is likely to transfer, consider element transfer. I guess this is another error. Let's have a look. This is another error. Do I have any problem with the connection of the DB? So let's have a look. SQL is okay. I guess I have another 133. I guess. Okay, let's stop the app for now. I'm gonna delete the previously created. Should I delete them? Or I can change the 14. Actually, this is a 1439. 1439. Yeah, it must be okay. I'm not using the same port. Let's give it another shot. See the result. Why I received that error, by the way? Customer controller. I'm gonna put another breakpoint here. This is, yeah, get all customer. This is weird. Yep, this one. Try, execute. We are here. F11, 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 F11. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Okay. Get connection string. Let's press continue. Got the exception. This is really weird. Okay. Let's have exception details. Errors. Internal server error. This is really weird. Because we have a different error. I'm just gonna pause the video for a second, see what the issue is, and then I'm going to continue where we left. Okay, I didn't try yet, but I guess I understand what the issue is. I just reset my computer yesterday and I reload everything. Probably I don't have the migration and database at the moment, so that's because we're receiving errors. So um, I'm going to do with you guys, I'm going to do another creation of our database. Maybe you can have this on your own. I didn't want to complete it and don't want to say you, all right, I fixed the issue. This is what happened. And all I'm gonna teach you as much as I can. Okay, let's select the project itself. Go to Package Manager console and select the, oops, what happening? Let's give me a second. Let's click something wrong places. Okay, let's select infrastructure section first. Okay, all selected. And let's have a look to infrastructure. The migration, the latest migration is auto seed roles. Let's data update database with the auto seed roles. We're going to type in the latest migration file, auto seed roles, and let's see what's gonna happen now. Hopefully we're going to be able to create DB right now. As you can see, DB is being created. I was thinking correct. So we're just trying to connect the DB which is not exist. So the DB is now exist. Let's now switch the Docker Compose and minimize everything. Now run the project. See what we're going to have now. Probably we're going to get an empty customer list because it's a fresh new database. I'm just waiting. All right, customer, get customer, try it out, execute. What happened? Just waiting. Okay, this is a breakpoint which we added here. I need to add my breakpoint again to the global exception. Actually, let's continue and see the results first. Okay, perfect. We got the null object error. We returned the test errors, and this is our response. Let's have a look our Serilog. As you can see, null exception was thrown. Null object exception was thrown, which is what we did. And the error is test error. As you can see, everything is perfect. It's being catched by the global exception handler and returned. So our interface is working. Okay, let's close it. Do not forget to delete your fake exceptions and reactivate our authorize. So we did everything same what it was before. Perfect. So let's have a look at to-do list. So refactor folder and structure is done. Global exception abstraction is done. I'm gonna leave invoice create and remove and autoseed issue for the next lesson because it's already been 24 minutes at the moment. I'm going to finish this lesson here, guys. Thanks for watching my video. If you like the videos, I will be really appreciated. My videos is being reached for more people thanks to you guys. Another thing, I was thinking to create a Discord channel to get in touch with you guys. I'm hoping you like the idea. I'm still doing the structural thing on the Discord server. Whenever I finish the server, I start sharing with you guys. Hopefully everything will be perfect. Take care of yourself. See you on next lesson. Bye bye.